I'm gonna need one more test, believe it or not. I think this is working. Maybe. There we go. Beautiful. It worked. Much appreciated. Okay. Give me half a second. And then we will be ready. So let's go to full camera for a second. While I'm trying to figure stuff out. I think so. The plan also, first of all, good morning. How are you doing, Maximus? And anyone else who may be lurking around. I think today I want to quickly make like a, what's it called? It's way past noon, but thanks either way. Very, very fair. It's 9:30 for me. Well, good afternoon in that case. I want to make a like card anatomy thing for my new game because I'm pretty sure people are going to be playing it. So I want to quickly do that, and then afterward maybe work on some, I don't know, the usual pretty much, right? Some card art and such. Maybe get that card implemented from the other day that I there we go. Oh, so I assume you're allowed to make some last minute, I'm assuming it's last minute additions to post jam rulebook, etc. Yeah, they allowed me to do the rulebook. I already did pretty much all of that. It only really took me like a day to do. Well, not a day, but you know, a couple hours. But yeah, they basically let me do that. Minute, as in small. Yeah, I hate that it's the same word. Don't you love that? Don't you love how it's the same word but different meaning and spelling? Minute and minute. Lead and lead. English, a beautiful language. Oh yeah, does the whole two different words spelt the same way thing make you struggle? Yeah, to an extent. It's not too bad. It's not really, like, that's just normal levels of confusion, I guess. It makes me struggle for trying to spell the word because like trying to figure that out phonetically is really difficult. But I wouldn't say it affects me like reading it wise, right? I mean, because as you can kind of have like figured out or seen, a lot of like my dyslexia is compensating for the inability to like read a word or like read a series of letters, right? Obviously, which is a word, but I'll look at a word, and more than, you know, everyone will do this, right? They'll look at a word and be like, you assume what the rest of the word is before looking at all the letters. I do that a lot more than other people, right? At least I think that's kind of how it works. It's kind of hard to say, I mean, but yeah, you'll, like when I make up words out of nowhere, it's just my brain assuming what the word is or what's there, or, you know. So that's how I compensate for it, because it's hard for me to do. I mean, brains are great at assuming and guessing. Very true. But yeah, so I just want to quickly, this won't take too long. I just want to have a quick card anatomy thing just to make this a little bit easier. Because in theory, me and the other devs, the guys who made the other games, are going to have like a thing where we meet up and play our games. So I just want to make sure I have, like, I have their games, I can play them now. I was half tempted to be like, oh, I could just record my reactions on stream, but I feel like that's a little bit in, I don't know. It's kind of confusing to know whether that's okay or not. The only problem is, like, do I need... I don't think I need something for everything here. I guess we just... I may have to do, I assume it's not okay, but with a grain of salt the size of Tennessee. I honestly don't even remember what I said. I'm assuming that was what you just said was funny, but I was just kind of rambling. What was I saying? Was it okay if we... Oh, if I play their games. Yeah. Sorry, yeah. I was like, what am I even trying to say? Yeah, it's like, it should be fine, but I mean, especially because, like, my stream isn't big. If I had, like, you know, 1 million people on my stream, I would feel worse about it, but it's like literally you for the most part, right? I mean, there's every now and then some other people drop by and that kind of stuff. Sometimes we get some lurkers, you know? But, like, so I think it would be fine, technically, but... Imagine the moment you start playing, Ludwig raids you with 2 trillion viewers. Yeah, it's true. But even then, like, I don't know. I honestly think it probably would be okay, but it's like kind of that gray area where, like, I could ask them if it would be okay, but it's really just not worth it. But yeah, I just want to make like a little infographic here. I gotta figure out what I need to say. The player cards all are basically the same, where it's name, type of card, base effect, right? And then corrupted ability. Pretty much every card has that, and if they don't, like, it should be covered. The only weird exception are event cards, because they can... I may have to have like 3 event cards on here. Just from this card, I can ask about this. Does the corrupted ability still grant you a card if you roll a 6? Yes. The corrupted ability is always like a modification. Yeah, for a while I had like certain things that had where it wasn't like an additional thing, but yeah, it probably should say that. That might be like something better to put in the rules. I probably should send the rules to some people to like proofread and like see if it makes sense, but there's a good chance I'm also going to just be there to explain it. So it's like, shrug. Like, I did write up a rule book. Yeah, I mean, so most weapons and tools have a corruptibility, which increases their power at the cost of adding corruption. So increasing, I think, would imply that it, whatever. It's just a formality. Yeah, kinda. I mean, it's nice to have there so people can look at it and reference it or read it ahead of time and kind of get an idea, but I don't really feel too bad if, like, there's a chance that the people just don't read it at all. So it's like, as long as you get the general idea and I can, like, explain the rest, that's kind of what I'm hoping for. So, I mean, this is going to be simple enough. It's not going to really explain too much. It's not going to be much different from my, like, existing one for Armies Against Entropy. Rule books. Let's just pull it up just so we can... Like, it'll look something like this. You should put a line in the rulebook that makes it absolutely no sense and just see if they read it. Like, if the player to the left is choking, get the egg glop. Wait, is the thing's working now? Is 7TV working? The glip glorp token. It did a glorp. Sorry, I was kind of surprised by that. I think it might only work. It is. I still don't think. Let's see if it still works with See, it doesn't work with the ones I added. It only works with the yeah, it only works with the ones that are what's the word? That are like the default ones. The thing I was talking about was like, oh yeah, you can't say blah blah anymore happened to me. I'm like, oh yeah, it did. My glip glorp token got censored. That's so funny. That is what we like to call hilarious. All right, let's just let's give it a shot. Let's I'm just gonna use this as a reference so I can not have to be whatever about it. I don't know, 16-point font maybe, instead of a 12.26 whatever font. Maximus favorite font size. What do I even... Oh, right. This is so weird. I was using this font, but it only works with capital letters. Like, it would help if it wasn't white. Let's see. There we go. Black. Yeah, so if you type and then you do a lowercase, it just goes to defaults to another font. It's terrible. Let's just download the one that Dexterous has that I've been using. Unlock. We need Averia Libra, I guess. We can actually upload fonts now. That's kind of nice. I thought you could download the font. Yeah, whatever. Let's download it from Google Library. Get font. I don't know why it keeps adding the ones I had before. Download. I don't know how you like bulk install. Because like you have to install each type of font. I don't know, maybe I'm silly, but to get to click on each one and hit install. Like italic and blah, blah, blah. And there's probably a better way to do it. I guess you could just drag and drop all of them into the font file, right? I think that's how that works. I mean, this works too, but just slightly more annoying. Okay. Libre, we want... Hey! What do you think you're doing? Actually, we'll probably just do bold. Girl, stop scratching my carpet. Yeah. It's funny because for my next video, I made a transition, at least for this video, right? For this thing, I made a transition with a piece of paper with, I'm like not looking at my camera. There we go. With my little guy, and I do like to transition between things, and there's just one on the floor and she just keeps eating it. It's very funny. She's eating me alive. Here, I can show you. What you doing? Luna sighting. Luna protects you from Sir Nathaniel. Indeed. What are you doing over there? Oh, she's coming for us. Hi. That was good. That was good, kitten. Good work. Anyway. Here we are. There was the cat. Card name. Kind of want this to be like, do I really want it to be a sepia toned? Maybe. Nah, just leave it black. Don't need to make it complicated. This should also just be bigger. Too big. Okay, I do need, you know, somehow we stumbled on essentially a rulebook editing stream, but you know, what are you gonna do? At least Maximus will be happy. Rules are inescapable. True. There we go. I mean, it's not like, you know, most of our streams we do here are just talking about like how different cards like affect each other, which is just basically rules, you know. The only problem is these are like really close to each other, so it's gonna be kind of a little annoying to make sure it doesn't look like it's overlapped, but let's just make this a different color for right now. It is going to be on a white background, but I just hate just staring at a white background the whole time because it's just blinding. Just make it a little bit nicer on the eyes. Book window. I feel like this used to be easier. There we go. Used to be less of a pain, but should be a way to I guess we could do a different color, but I think it's okay if there's some overlap here. Let's put it on a different layer though. Maybe we can just sort it out slightly. There we go. I think this is like one of those things where I don't really need to explain what a card name is. Do we like red font better or black font? Card name. Card name. I guess, again, it's going to be on like a white background, but black, yeah. Agreed. This is just like a hair off and it's bothering me. Even though, again, none of this really matters. This is like a, almost a formality to do this, but at least that's what it feels like. I mean, it's good to have this, but it also is like, I don't know. Is it really 100% necessary? Probably not. Is there going to be a lot of people who just don't even read this? Probably. But it's really hard to say, so we're just going to kind of go for it, you know? I guess we just call this the base effect. I can maybe add a little bit of explanation here, but Make sure I'm not spelling anything wrong here. That's your job. Need someone to spell check me. I also need, I mean, what should I do? Should I just... I'm employed now? Awesome. Yes. You get paid in exposure. Do I at least have a dental plan? No. No, you do not. The best I think I can do is VIP you on Twitch. I guess technically the best I could do is make you a mod, but there's no one to moderate, so it's like... I can ban myself now. Yippee! Huzzah. You can ban any of the best viewer people. No. Let's see. Do I even explain base effect? Like, this is the primary effect of the card. Like, that just feels like unnecessary, right? I guess I don't do it here. I explain what the triggered effects are, but I don't even know if I need to explain anything. Like, it's in the rules. You just look up this term and then you look up. It feels like base effect, yeah, agreed. I think I might just not include, like, this just might be just for names only, really. And then we can, you can write a couple sentences on corrupted effect, like I feel like if I write a sentence on corrupted effect, it's just gonna be the same sentence that I wrote in the rule book. Yeah. Like, I could literally just grab the corrupted ability like this. Yeah, it's in the rules already. I think I don't really need to. Like, it's nice in armies to, like, have a quick reference sheet, but, like... And, like, I like having these little words here, but it's like, for this, I almost just don't think it's worth it. If I were to make this, like, a fully fledged game, yeah, I probably would have, like, these explain things. But... I'm kind of like, shrug. This is just kind of a quick... Because, like, if I'm trying to explain this game to someone online, it's harder to, like, point this stuff out. Whereas if, you know, if I was in person, it'd be easy to, like, you know, point and show which things are what. But in this case, I'm going to be like, okay, these are, look at this graph, right? So, I don't know. This is just like a tiny bit of niceness for clarity is really all this is. This is also like corrupted ability because it's literally it says corrupted ability at the bot or in the box, but corrupted ability ABILIQI. But you know what? Here we are. Like I said, I don't even know how necessary this whole thing is, but I just wanted to do it. It felt like the right thing to do. It felt appropriate. Now here's the thing. This might actually have to be 2 pages. Not really. I could explain what like corrupted ability, like these like the corruption cards are, and but like there's no text or anything on it. It's just a corruption card. I could put it in and be like, this is a corruption card. Which may be like a thing I could do, but we'll get everything in here and maybe throw it in at the bottom. I almost need to like put one of each of these cards in. Because the problem is we have event cards. Like this guy here, it's got a detriment if you don't participate, right? But the problem with that is it's not always a detriment. Like the other, like an event card, this is mandatory. It just means you have to do it, right? And then the other thing I need to talk about is multi-events, which I don't know, I guess I could throw in like this one, which has 2 separate events. So I think I need to throw in like all 3 of these, honestly. Unless I guess I could just have one of these and say like a requirement or something along those lines. Requirement isn't the right word. So it's either mandatory or you're taking some sort of detriment for not participating. I guess it could just be called like participation. Is there a word for that? My phone vibrated. It is people. Nothing I need to look at right this instant, though. Yeah, I think that's probably a... Yeah, I think participate or participation or something like that. Okay, we're gonna get rid of the duel. The Dust Devil's kind of silly, but I also really like the art. Like it's a little bit like cartoony, but I don't know. It looks a lot better than I was expecting it to turn out, I think. So I ended up just liking it. That stuff looks so evil it's silly. Yeah, 100%. It definitely looks silly, but for some reason I'm proud of it anyway, you know? I guess we do this. I might end up making... Let's do this. Player card. I think I am just going to make all this smaller. Oh, I accidentally moved this below the card. There we go. That may have been a little too small, but what is happening? Okay, this needs to be above. It's on a smidge smaller, so I have a little more room. Because I think what I want to do is maybe just have these two cards at the bottom. It's not my finest work. I'll tell you what, you know. But it just needs to be there. And it's something you need to work on anyway, so I may as well do it on stream. The inconsistency of the card sizes bothers me a lot, but what are you gonna do? All right, we'll fix the layout in a bit. We just need to see. Trying to think how I want to structure this. You know what? No, I'm just not having these. It's too much to fit in one thing. Especially because I kind of want to do a header here. Player, cards, items. Oh yeah, I was gone for a little bit. I also think they clutter the space. Yeah, it looked terrible, but it was like, just wasn't sure whether it mattered or not, but but whatever. What did I call these? Are events, right? Is that what I call them? Why am I losing my mind? Yes, events. I'm just gonna copy these because why not? It's kind of weird having portrait cards, like it's landscape cards rather. I never had to like label them like this, and it's like making sure that they look correct in the space is kind of weird. I almost think they should be stacked on top of each other rather than next to each other like this. I think is the play here to make this look good. Yeah. That's gonna be much better. But yeah, I think after this we'll do maybe one more maybe we'll do the one more card art for the Old God deck, I think, if we've got time. I was thinking of one more what's it called? Something simple and do like a curse. I just don't know what the curse is going to be yet. We had your idea for the like the draw 3 cards, pick 2. I think that one's kind of cool because it's like it's really like a choice, and that's seems like some of the most interesting like Old God cards, I feel like. Reward? Yeah. And then the last thing is multi event. And I guess we could explain it, but you know, maybe rather than explaining it, no, the rulebook isn't big enough. I was gonna say I could have it say where like the page is on here, but it's on page 1 repeated 4 times exactly. Yeah, this whole thing is a little bit redundant, but it's worth doing. Because a lot of it feels like it's pretty self-explanatory. Like, do I need to explain what a reward is? This is your reward for, I guess I could say this is the reward for like winning the bet, but like at the same time, like, is that really not extraneous information, you know? Cost. This is how much it costs. I guess cost is like the minimum bet. I don't know. I hardly need the multi-event card, but I think it just like feels necessary to, because like I have reference to it in the rules yet again, but it's like maybe confusing. And this just kind of confirms things for people. Maybe what I should do is just do this and then say like primary event and secondary event. You know, it's like not really a thing, but it kind of is. Primary? Sometimes capital letters throw me off. Yeah. No, this is the wrong color. Yo, what's up, Aiden? How you doing? Doing not too bad. Why does this seem like the wrong color? Is it really? Yeah, it's not actually working. That's so weird. It's not actually letting me sample. Let's see. Good bro, making a rulebook. I got finished with mine too. Nice. Yeah, this is for that that thing I'm participating in. It's just a quick sort of a card anatomy, I guess. That's cool. I'm glad you you got yours done. I know you asked me a few questions about it. How'd it turn out? Oh, you need to work on yours. Okay, I was gonna say. Yeah, I need to work on my other rule book too. But here we are. I kind of just want to take this and put it up here. And then maybe to just not have any doubt, box the whole thing. Which may seem kind of silly, but this way it knows it is talking about the multi-event thing. It might be dumb. I don't know. I don't think I really need to say much here. The only thing I could potentially say something is in participation, but I also think that is pretty obvious because it literally says I think we're just gonna call it good enough and then just work on some armies rather than this. I just wanted something like simple real quick. File, export, PNG, devlog, no, we need it in here. Actually, we need to save it as a trying to spell anatomy right. Anatomy. There we go. And then we just go into the rule book and we just plop this in there. Invalid. Oh, because that's the PSD. You know what? We're just gonna put this at the end. Okay, done. I'm happy enough with that. With cat hair in my mouth. Gotta love it. All right. Yeah. Let's import. Let's switch gears. We can work on some armies against Entropy. I did finish that card I was working on Friday when my brain was literal mush. It was not a good look on me. I'll be real. My brain was just gone. So I apologize to anyone who had to see that. But yeah, we did make the Husk, which is a land or a wasteland. And I think we did like the idea, probably another Maximus original. I can't remember anymore. I think it was for sure. Which is draw one minion. Draw one minion when a monster, ruins, or wasteland is destroyed. Now let me make sure that all these icons, wasteland, monster, minion, not minion, wasteland, ruins, and monster, I should say. Monster, wrong thing. Draw a minion when a monster, ruins, or wasteland is destroyed. That should be, in theory, correct. It has no attack order and no... Is it play or is it draw? How do we actually word that? I think it's actually play, isn't it? All good ideas come from me. Muhahaha. It's true. You got some good ideas, my dude. Actually, it doesn't say anything anymore. It should say play, though. Right? I think we changed that, and then I, like, nuked it because it's now swapped to we're now working with icons instead of I hate when my games need to be played for humans. I know, right? Isn't that the worst? I was actually, I just did a quick card anatomy thing and I threw it in the rule book because it was, I felt like it was at least nice to have. So I just updated that right quick because figured that would be nice for everyone. Especially if other humans are playing. Now I'm working on my, the usual. How's it going, Tice? How's life? How are things? What was I looking for? Oh yeah, I was looking for version 1.1.4. We chillin', nice. Good, we like to chill. Actually, I guess I should just ask this, because we were kind of just talking about it a little bit ago. how much do they care if like we show or I show stuff about like the video? like if I show my game and stuff, obviously like I've done it a little bit. I haven't been like, and I'm showing it to like 2 people, so it's not like really that big of a deal, but I wasn't sure their thoughts on showing off the stuff, you know. How did I word this? It was, yeah, it's plays. It should say plays and not draws. I've already sent a hitman at your location because you showed me the 1-hour game. True. You'll be sued if any footage is shown before the video comes out. So basically, so God. So so I hope you were joking. God, I can't words. Yep. All because of that NDA I didn't sign. Well, I know you talk about it, so I figured it wasn't like, you know, that big of a deal. I can't wait to get sued though. It's gonna be great. Off the old bucket list, you know. Okay, so we did that. Sorry, I'm jumping around screens a lot. This should say play 1 minion when this card is played. I never ask. I'll just kind of do it when I have nothing else to talk about. Yeah, it's fair. Yeah, I was like, oh, I could, you know, play their games and like react to them on stream. I'm like, I don't know, that seems like a little bit different, but I was like, nah, I'll just do it in my spare time. It's fine. But yeah, there's certain things where I was like, it kind of feels like a gray area, but does it really matter? Probably not. Play 1 minion. Play. One card from the Little God's discard pile. Cool. Oh, we do need to create a status for killing this thing. Or a defeated effect. All these are negative so far, which I'm not sure how I feel about, but all I know is that if you participate in the competition, there are some rules that you can't really show off your stuff beforehand. But in other cases, it's fine to even work on your stuff on stream. For instance, yeah, YouTube didn't allow me to send that E at the end there. I saw that. It's weird. But yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I try not to be like, I wasn't gonna just like full on throw a bunch of stuff out there, but there's also like, again, like 2 people who watch my stream, so I wasn't super worried about it. Otherwise the message would have been insanely long. Of course, yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm trying to decide. I feel like this could be another like weird 8 strength wasteland. Maybe a positive defeated effect, I don't know. Is there a character limit different than mine? I can send full messages. I know that if you participate in the competition, there are some rules that you can't show off for. Is that all I can say? Interesting. Weird. Watch, it's like different character limit based on the countries. You get 2 extra characters with YouTube Premium. That would be pretty funny. It's kind of wild. I know there's like a character limit to, at least I think there's a character limit to number of characters in a word you can send. Like, so if you just like say, it like will, I think it eventually cuts it off. Let me just do one full word. And that's like, I think for like links and stuff. Oh, maybe not. Maybe it just lets me do it. Interesting. Yo, what up, Blue? How you doing? Let's get the art imported here. Also works for viewers. Yeah, actually, I was trying to see there. Yeah, that's weird. Never mind, it does. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how you wake up this early and do coding. Well, I mean, you know, I'm doing art, so. I mean, technically there's, you know, some spreadsheeting, but I'm assuming you're doing coding. Coding definitely seems like something that'd be difficult to wake up and do early. I'll tell you what. My brain is already not working. So, what was I, speaking of which, what was I doing? Oh, right, I was importing art images. We want card art. This is a Monster Land, which I really need to rename that to Wasteland, but you know, sometimes you just let things fall by the wayside. But yeah, I don't know how many of these things are like weird character limits. I guess it's all YouTube there. YouTube's a weird streaming service. I'm not sure how I feel about it. I do at some point want to switch to well, I don't know. I don't know if I want to switch. It might make sense at some point to switch to just over to Twitch, because I do prefer their streaming service because it's just nicer and has cool integrations and all that kind of stuff. But dual streaming just has been bringing in more people, and arguably most of the people I've gotten are from YouTube, so it kind of feels like I'm just doing myself a disservice with if I don't dual stream. Of course, at the same time, I know there's the whole argument of what's it called, you know, splitting your audience, which isn't great. And I've got the chat integration thing, but a lot of people aren't looking at your chat on screen, right? But I really just like how YouTube auto uploads it. Twitch is way harder to start with from scratch for sure. Yeah, I agree. But yeah, I mean, you ain't wrong. It's your choice though. Yeah, it's like, I wish there was a better way to do it, but there just isn't. At some point I probably will just switch over to just one of them, but it's kind of hard to say. You also see like a lot of people who are like, or not a lot of people, but a few people who are like, get tons of like viewership from their VODs, right? Of course, these are like popular people I've seen where they're like, yeah, I got, you know, a bajillion views. And if someone watches your whole VOD of your live thing, that's a lot of revenue on YouTube. And whereas it's pretty much nothing on Twitch. So it's like, it's really a toss up. I don't know. But yeah, this card turned out kind of cool. God, There we go. There it is. Dead turtle. R.I.P. Spoopy. Yeah, spooky indeed. Yep. Yeah, because all the wastelands are like evil versions of the player cards, so that was kind of cool. We need a death effect for this. So when you so its main effect is when you play one minion with a monster. Sorry, play one minion when a monster, ruins, or wasteland is destroyed. I think it probably should be a positive death effect, but that really encourages you to destroy it. It already has like a, it already feels like you should not want to destroy it, right? It's really interesting because, yeah, the positive and negative death effects are really based on like what your priority to kill this thing is. This one seems pretty high, but it's kind of also hard to tell until you're actually playing the game. Because you can kill all minions and it doesn't do anything, right? You know, I'm almost tempted to take this from Abyssal Overseer, but I'm not 100% certain. Yeah, I wonder if there's like, yeah, it's like one of the interesting things about the whole Twitch and YouTube thing. It's like they'd really almost be better off if they just worked together. And I guess there might be like a quick post to YouTube sort of Twitch integration, but at least I thought there might have been. Like it would just upload it to YouTube after you do it on Twitch. I don't know if that's actually true. I'm close to hitting my goals though, which feels kind of good. I don't really only have I only need to get like two or three more followers, and then I guess technically I need 3 concurrent viewers, which is more of the struggle. It's kind of interesting too, because I feel like Twitch viewers care more about the YouTube dual streaming thing than YouTube people do. But I feel like a lot of YouTube people are more they're less of like streamer watchers, so it's kind of interesting. I don't know, I'm just rambling at this point. Okay, here's what I think. I'm gonna actually change, I'm gonna change this to here, make this a positive death effect, make this one a negative one. Oh wait, it's only 1 health though. Kind of needs to be negative. Does it? You know, we're just gonna keep this simple now, and I'm probably just gonna steal from an existing ability here. It's a good... something like equivalent value. Is there anything that actually draws stuff when destroyed? I don't think so. This is like a pretty new concept for the Old God. Because typically that's more of a player thing. I think I might just have a destroy a minion controlled by the Old God. A lot of this is like so conceptual, it's kind of hard to even like bother coming up with anything that makes a difference, you know? That didn't make any sense. It's hard to even know what to put stat wise because it's so incredibly just conceptual. It just needs to be done and then play tested and then tweaked from there. Obviously you can think about it, but it's hard to know all the interactions between cards and the strengths on stuff. So like knowing the reward you should get for killing a random thing is really difficult to know. But yeah, we'll get there. All right, I think again we're gonna, unless anyone's got any cooler ideas for curses, I think we might go with this one where it reveals the top 3 cards of the Old God deck. Choose one to discard, play the remaining 2 cards. That's kind of interesting because technically with this like life decking, you technically kill an individual card, but you actually get 2 played immediately. So that's kind of interesting in a sense. It kind of is one of those sort of trade-off things. I like it. I think we're gonna go with it. We need to decide what to call this. Is there like a word, like an evil word for a tough decision? We're asking ChatGPT. Cursed Quandary. Devil's Bargain. That's kind of interesting. Ultimatum. That is pretty good. I like the idea of Devil's Bargain, but it also like there aren't really devils, right? It feels like too lore heavy of a word. Like it could be the Old God's Bargain, but Ultimatum's interesting. I like Ultimatum. We'll go with that. By the way, sorry, one of the ChatGPT answers was malevolent fork. Sorry, it's too good. Like, I guess it's like a fork in the road, but like malevolent fork just sounds hilarious. Evil utensil. Right, we only need 1 curse, right? I believe. Yes, 1 curse. And then after this, we only have 1 more monster, and I think we're done with that. And then maybe it's just time to put it all together and finally come out with this update. But we'll need like a really kind of scary monster, so it'll be interesting. Oops. All right, I'm gonna hit the bathroom real quick, and then we will draw this card, and then yeah, then we can call it a day. All right, give me a sec. It'll probably be like 2 hours though, because usually drawing takes a while. But anyway, give me a sec. Where's my be right back screen? It's like I have a stream deck that I could use. All right, I am back. I love how like the little Radish King is just standing there. Turnip King. Why do I keep calling him Radish King? The Turnip King. Keep getting his Royal Majesty's name confused. Like how also just how he just lives there. He just hangs out. All right, what do we want an ultimatum to look like? That's the real question. How does that look? Where does this, how does this, you know? How, where, when, why? Just get the card set up. I guess there's a show called Ultimatum, and I'm like, I just looked it up just to see what things. Usually I can just Google and like see what kind of images represent that thing. Sometimes it's good to look at clip art because it's just sometimes it's really bad. Okay, hold on. Look at this one with the little faces that are bombs and they're holding ultimatum marriage Cold War between couple stock illustration. That's wild. That's wild and crazy. I feel like I kind of like the idea of like almost inscription style, like it should be dark ultimatum or something to add flavor. Yeah, I think I agree with that. I kind of like the idea of, I'm almost picturing like Inscription when he hands you an item. Where it's just the hand kind of coming out of the darkness. I spelled inscription wrong because it's with a Y. I'm trying to see if I can find like a reference because I'm just picturing like a hand like reaching out. Inscription. Let's just look up inscription hand. There's the double hands. I guess I could do hands shaking as well, but I kind of also... That feels more like an agreement than an ultimatum. Like, I guess I can just throw this on the other monitor so I'm not just looking over. Like this sort of thing, except like the one where he's like reaching out his hand to offer an item. Or not an item, it's the draw state, right? Is draw spelled the same way? Offer. God, I can't words. Yeah, I think draw is spelled differently, right? No? Maybe? Draw. I wish I could English. Trying to find the image. It's not even a draw, I guess. It's a offer like concede. I can't remember what it... Whatever. I guess it doesn't matter. I'll just draw something, but... I'm just kind of flailing here, so let's just move on. Just drawing a hand is like... not my forte. Yeah, we're almost looking for something like this, I think. I don't know if that makes sense. Like upside down though, like kind of more like this sort of look. Except I like the idea of the hand being more open. Like this, but upside down. We're gonna do some tracing and then do some modification after that. It's a choice between 3 things, right? Yes, that's... Well, yeah, you pick 2 of the 3. I could have it have, like, 3 cards in the hand, maybe. That could be interesting. I don't know if that's what you're getting at, but... I need to get better at anatomy. I think I said this last time, but it's something I really need to practice more. Oh yeah, or 3 hands. That could be interesting. Now you're asking me to draw 3 hands, though. That could be interesting, though. We're just going to trace around this, and then I'm going to make the hand look more demonic and evil, and then... The weird part about drawing hands is that it never looks... Like, you can trace a hand, and it still doesn't look good. Maybe the 3-cup ball game. Yeah. With 2 of the cups lifted, revealing something bad underneath. That could be cool, too. I almost feel like the... See, like, if I hide the hand here... Look at how dumb it looks. Looks like a little dinosaur. It's just a little guy. I hate hands. I hate drawing them. They're the worst. Like, I get, like, the details is kind of what... I just don't know how to draw them. They're so difficult. This is why I don't draw them. My hands are dumb. Why do people have to have hands? This isn't quite the right reference either. But let's just maybe attempt. Let's see if we can make something out of this. I kind of doubt it. This is a sketch. We'll do a few sketches and see what we like. Literally trying to color a hand. I suck at it too. It's so difficult, dude. They're so complex and like intricate. It's like... It's the worst. I have consumed food. What hath thy done? I basically implemented... Actually, I didn't even show what it looked like implemented. We didn't even check. I implemented Husk. And I'm not sure about like the death effect and all that. It might try to do more interesting stuff, but at this point I kind of feel like I just need to get the just get the game going at this point so we can some reason it literally didn't load it. Let's try again. Did it not? Hello? Oh, I know why. We need to do this. Shoot. Actually, we need to go down one more. Not only are hands complex, humans also have a great recognition for when something is wrong about them. Very true. Yeah, so we're trying to draw a hand. That's gonna need a second to update. So I'm kind of tracing and then kind of trying to make it look. It just doesn't look good, you know? I think it needs the wrist up here as part of it. And so the hand's technically not quite right. It just looks like a weird little turkey. It's not quite the right reference as part of it, you know? I mean, it's not horrible. It's not good, though, either. I was trying to find the image of, like I said, like the one of Inscription where he like offers you like a draw, not a draw, but like a win. But I can't remember what that is called or haven't find an image of it. 'Cause I think like that's kind of what I'm looking for, you know? But yeah, it probably needs some sort of flavor too. Yeah, like Aiden was saying, it probably needs like Dark Ultimatum or something. I was thinking maybe something more like chaotic or something, but I've used too many chaos words and they just don't even. I can just get you the image if you want. That would be cool. I'd have Inscription ready, I think. I'd take that. Yeah, the other idea Aiden said was do like the whole like the cup and ball sort of jiggy. Edonymous. I like the name. I like the username. I just can't say words, you know? I guess the hand would you'd probably want a hand on here. I wish I could say words, you know what I mean? It'd be pretty cool. Like you have... I don't know, I just don't know if it would like... if it's quite right. Like part of me wants to make this symmetrical, but... You don't have to. I just couldn't Google it. I'm sure it's like it probably is even just on the wiki, honestly. Like inscription. No. I don't want an inscription. I want an inscription. Maybe it isn't. The wiki seems not as intuitive. Don't worry, I'm doing it too late. Okay. I mean, I could do this like sequentially, but yeah, I think it would be more interesting if it was the other way around. Like, I guess like this. But I feel like that feels less like an ultimatum, right? So I'm not sure about that. Kind of like the hand, but it's just not quite right. What does he offer you? That's the thing. Like, Reset my save data already. What does he offer you? He like offers you something for the draw, and that's why I can't remember, and that's probably why I can't search it. He like hands you, is it a feather? Or am I losing my mind? A feather, I'd assume. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I looked at feather and it's not. Okay, let's say concession. Yeah, I just don't think it's. It might not even be the right. Like, you did not need to go search for it. Well, you did. I still can't find it, but it also feels olive branch. Yeah, I literally just can't. I can't find the reference, and I don't even know if it's like necessarily going to be exactly what I'm looking for. I'm remembering it. It seems right, like just like a hand reaching out of the darkness, but. Oh wait, actually, I think I may have found it. It's part of a meme, though. I may have found it, if I'm being honest with you. It's part of a meme and like terrible resolution, though, so. Yeah, I literally can't even see it. It's like such bad resolution. It's part of a meme, though. We're done when I say I'm done. Classic. Look at that aliasing. It's beautiful. I mean, the game kind of is like that, but like I can't even. It's worse than that. I'm gonna doodle this until you have that, and then we'll see how it goes. Well, not completely. Honestly, it was the. You can continue your mission. I don't think I'm going to use that one because it's such low resolution. I just don't even think I'm going to use it or use that as a reference. I'm just going to keep working at this and see what I can get. Just to try to see if I can make this look anything, but it's currently not working very well. Because that's the only picture I could find, and it's like it just I can't use. It's too whatever, too low res to even trace and like reference. Not that I really should just be tracing stuff, but you know, here we are. It's also just the hand, so like maybe we do this, and maybe like we don't even have the palm, right? Maybe that actually helps us because it's kind of just coming out of the darkness. Like, it does look remotely better, but not by a whole heck of a lot. You know what I'm very curious about? Let's see if AI can do anything. I don't have any faith, but we'll see. Nope. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 fingers. Good. The problem is like relativity with AI is really bad. Like if I say toward screen or toward camera or toward, you know, us, right? It doesn't understand that. Especially because if I say like toward camera, it's going to be grabbing like a camera. I mean, like this is kind of cool. I don't even hate that it has too many fingers. It's like kind of interesting, but towards screen. It's probably gonna have a screen in it now though, right? It's also not palm up like I asked, but at least one of them is, but that's really weird. That's, you know, I hate it. Me too. It's sometimes helpful, but a lot of time just not. There's just a lady. Here we go. I found maybe a better image. Maybe. It's kind of dark. Which I know it's like I'm looking for a dark reference image, but like that is kind of better. Man struggles for 2 hours to draw hands is what this stream should be called. My worry with this is it's also going to I'm almost maybe better off making the hand look less human, and then it looking wrong won't be bad. Streamer struggles to draw a hand while chat has a gun to Lushy's head. True. You're not wrong. Like the direction in which the fingers are, like the fingers being down and then having like, and then adding claws in, like the perspective of that is so difficult. Remember when I said this was going to be easy? Well, I didn't say this particularly was going to be easy, but I did think like, oh yeah, Drawing a curse won't be bad. It's just like a symbolistic thing, symbolic thing. A symbolistic, he says. Yeah, drawing the perspective of the claws is like really kind of doesn't make it easier. Right? Hand just end up looking like noodles if you don't have the right look to them, you know? I could try something more like this. And we'll see how it goes. One more shot. One more reference. Like a hand reaching out to grab. It feels less ultimatum-y again, but... I feel like this is going to look much better. Yeah, it's a lot of the details that make hands look like hands. That's the problem. You can't just draw a simplistic hand with fingers unless you're going full, like, stylized, right? Like, my comic characters essentially have mittens for hands. But, like, also drawing detail sometimes doesn't look right either. I probably should do a whole study on hands, really. I'm really bad at drawing them. I'm even bad at tracing them, that's the problem. I don't know how to simplify them, I guess is part of my problem, you know? And we'll give claws. It's a little off. This one's definitely gonna look better. Still looks weird, but this is why I don't draw hands. This is why I don't draw hands. This is my song about why I don't draw hands. The end. Hands just look so broken when you draw them, like, I don't know. I'm not mad, you're mad. I mean, I'm not even like 100% sure this fits the style of the game, you know? This might be out of my capabilities, I'm gonna be honest. It's not terrible. Yeah, this is definitely the my biggest shortcoming in art is anatomy. This finger looks broken. I couldn't tell you why. Guess maybe it's because this is like... Why do these people walk across my lawn? Just walk on the side of the road like a normal person. There we go. That's better. How's your quest, Maximus? Or do you give up on your quest? I kind of almost want to make them like really long fingers, like spindly looking. Now I'm playing with fire because like I just got the reference looking decent, or my sketch looking decent, and then I just decided to like mess with it a lot. So, you know, here we are. It's moving along. I'm not 100% certain I'll need it soon, but we'll see. I apologize if it ends up being moot. And I hope you're just having fun playing Inscryption, you know? Here's the other question. Does it look good upside down? Kinda, yeah. This is more what I want, but... I'm strictly not enjoying a single moment. Good. I'm glad. That makes me feel really good. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I guess it's kind of difficult to like force a draw, right? Or whatever. It's weird how when you flip it upside down, it just looks completely different. I guess it's because I want the perspective to be different, and it's just not. And that just ends up looking weird. I keep accidentally winning. Yeah, I bet it's hard to like try to force the draw. You've invented yourself a challenge mode to win Inscryption, but only through him conceding. That would be an interesting challenge. I could see like a streamer doing that. Boom, 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 boom. I'm trying to see how the hand changes from reaching up to reaching down. Which in theory it doesn't, but... Because the problem is it's more like doing this and then I try to flip it. The problem is the perspective, right? Like, because I really need something like this. Because right now it's like more like this, right? It's offering the hand. Because this is the reference, right? And then I'm trying to turn it like this, but the problem is it's turning it, I'm really doing it more like this. Victory! Hell yeah. Just make sure to screenshot it. I'm assuming you sent it to me, seeing as I have a notification. Beautiful. Look at that. Let's see how useful this is. I'll feel terrible if it doesn't actually work. Because it's not like the most clear thing, you know? This game isn't known for its high resolution. Like, you kind of can't tell what's going on a little bit, right? But we're gonna do our best to follow it. Like his thumb goes like this, I think. Also, I don't know if the modeling of the hands is really like... I'm gonna be honest, Maximus. I'm not sure how useful this is gonna be. I mean, it's a good reference to like know what shape the hand has to be. But his hand kind of just looks like a wad of like meat, you know? It's not a close up that could be higher res, but I don't know. Yeah, that might be better. It's honestly not even the resolution per se. It's like the game itself being just pixelated, right? It's got like a pixel shader on it. There you go. That's actually nicer. Sent 2 more angles because celebrating my successful mission. Yeah, honestly, these ones are much better. This is actually useful, I think. Wait, did I copy the right one? I don't think I did. Yeah, there we go. This one might be it. His hands are like much meatier than I expected. I kind of remember them being more like gangly, you know, like long and like narrow fingers, but they're really kind of like chunky. He's got chunky hands. What I might end up doing is just taking this and then, because like this doesn't look good, right? Like me tracing this. What I might do is I might take this guy here and kind of match it up to what we have here, right? And see if, use it as a reference to see what I'm doing wrong. And the what I'm doing wrong, if you don't shade it, looks real blob-like, yeah. I mean, I could potentially use your other image here, right? I could use this one. This, oh god. This one is much more defined, right? You can kind of tell what's going on more. But I also think it's not quite the right angle. Look how like low, like you can tell like the guy who made this game, no like shade or anything, but like it's not like a super high quality model, right? It's like, it's pretty just like really textury. The fingers aren't like super detailed. It's not actually that like great of anatomy, you know? Like it's clearly an indie game, right? Which is not really like a obviously again not a problem. Like game's great. It's just kind of interesting, right? Because like the fingers are kind of sausagey. I couldn't do better. I'm not saying I could. I feel like this is the wrong angle, right? Like this doesn't look, like the hand is out, but it's too palm facing. We could try to just give it a shot. Give it claws just to Because, like, even the reference here is kind of noodly, you know? Let's give it, like, a rough attempt. But I think it's too... It's too palm facing, you know? That's the only really one that, like, is detailed enough to kind of use, I think. Yeah, it's kind of weird. I think I might end up just going with this guy. But I may use this as just a reference to see how... Oop, I just deleted it. I have too many references here. What I think I might do is just use this as a reference to make sure that the fingers are kind of aligned correctly. Even though it's not going to be quite right total in totality, if that makes sense. Let's actually duplicate this in case I decide I'm messing anything up. Duplicate layer. Yes. Okay. Hide one of them. Well, Maximus, regardless of how this turns out, I appreciate you doing that. We're making an attempt. Don't want that, whatever that is. This actually might look good. Might work out. I was trying to say might work and look good at the same time. Just combine two references to make one. With their powers combined. I think this middle finger is still not quite right, but problem is this part needs to kind of like 3D transform over the rest of it, and that's like a really complex thing to understand. It kind of needs to do this. I guess? Maybe? I don't know. Probably should just get like a 3D modeling thing so I can like model it in the correct way and then like trace, like not like a 3D modeling program, but like I should use a 3D model as a reference so I can just make that kind of thing and then use that reference as a to draw over. It's kind of cheating, but at the same time, it's like, are you really cheating in art? Is there any cheating? If it's not plagiarism, it's not cheating. That's pretty much how I feel. If it's not plagiarism, if you're not, as long as you're not plagiarizing, it's not cheating. That's what I'm trying to say. You're stealing from Inscryption, how dare you? Yeah. Yeah, the middle finger is definitely messed up, and I don't know exactly. I'm trying to get a front view of my own hand. You sent one of your lackeys on Inscryption Heist, and now you dare talk about plagiarism. True. Maximus, my lackey. I guess the thing is you see like part of the tip of the finger, technically. Like this should be more... It should be more straightforward, right? Like the whole thing should be like this. And then you should see like the tip of the finger here. But I don't know. Lackey Maximus. Lackymus. You know? Is that much different than this? Alright, I think one of these is as good as we're gonna get. Lackymus Maximus. Which one do we like better? A or B? Neither of them are particularly good, but I think with just some like darkness and processing, I might be able to make it look okay. We might have to come back to this at some point, because maybe we'll do some hand studies and then come back. Or I could just, you know, completely pivot and do something that's more within my my realm, but it's not hard to tell which one looks better. I think A might look a little bit better. I think we'll go with A, which I think is the one we corrected, so. trying to think of these more as like 3D objects as I actually draw them, but which is really what I should have been doing from the start, is more construction than tracing, but so that really is the key to like actually drawing in 3D or drawing at all, honestly, is don't think of things as lines, think of them as a 3D object. And that really helps a lot. Like simple shapes, like these are a bunch of cylinders put together, right? Like here somehow I'm missing a digit. I think even that looks better than it did before, but is it great? No, but where's our old Leshy hand? Where's the other reference I used? Was it? I think it was this one. What's I don't know. We're just we're just pissing in the wind here. I don't know. Crazy what you can do when you decide to just do it more right, you know? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't know. We did what we could. All right, now let's just give it a glow up and call it a day, because I don't know what else to do. Enough of a hand, I guess. Yeah, like I said, I'm not super proud of it, but is it cool? I don't know. Is it good? Maybe. Is it a hand? Yeah. Ish. No, I don't know. Let's look at some of the other references here. And by references, I mean other... Whatever. This is not the correct version. We want the patching one. Honestly, it's cool. I attempted something. It turned out okay. That's all we can really ask. All right, so we got like ambient colors here. Maybe the hand should be white. Kind of more like, you know, Wrath kind of look. We'll see what we can do. Part of me wants to use smudge brushes more because I found that those are really nice for like doing a lot of the stuff, like a lot of, you know, blending and stuff like that. But I also just don't know if it fits the style, so I kind of am unsure of it. What are you trying to make? What's going on? I don't even know anymore. Me neither, man. I don't even know who I am anymore. Yeah, this is one of the old spell cards or curse cards. Make it kind of... to make it really neon looking, I guess. You're Mart Markel. You're on a mission to give your credit card number details to someone with Max and their username. Oh, okay, cool. That sounds really interesting. That doesn't work. Now I know. Now I know my mission in life. Do we ever use cards in the art? I'm trying to think. We never have, like, images of cards, right? No. I was wondering how meta I should get, like, have him offer, like, a bunch of cards, but I think maybe we just put, like, a orb in the center. And that can hide some of our crimes. Maybe. Just maybe. This should really be on a different hand, even though I drew a really good different hand, different layer, even though I drew a good looking hand. Good looking orb, good looking, whatever, I can't words. A circle. I drew a good circle. That just might make it look weird. Just looks like a thing now. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, man. This may be one of the first arts in a while I just have to give up on, but I don't know. Come back to it later. I'm just not really feeling it, but maybe it doesn't matter. It just doesn't look like a hand, you know? Could also make it a crystal, yeah. That is a motif we use. Oh, yeah, I just worry about... I worry that might end up being... I see now you're more worried about the hand. Yeah. Because the problem is adding stuff to the hand makes it feel like the hand is less hand-like. I do like the crystal idea, though. I don't mean to insult you, but all I see is a squid now. That's kind of where I was at. Like adding anything on top, you see like a creature that's like, you don't see a hand, right? So I definitely agree with you on that. I do not feel insulted because I felt the same way. If I was like, yeah, this is the best hand ever, and then you're like, it kind of looks like a squid, that I might feel insulted by, but you already did that to me with altruism, so, you know. I have an idea. Okay. Is it start over? I may try to actually start over one more time. What if 2 hands? Okay. We'll try it. Yeah, I think you might be right. I think the hands just look wrong still. I think I just need to do them. I just need to try again, honestly. It just looks like some weird, like, coral. I like the vibe of it. They look more like hands with 2, though. Yeah, I agree. Oh, part of it though is I'm being dumb. This needs to be... There we go. That's actually a little better. I just rotated it instead of flipped it, so it looked kind of weird. Actually, yeah, that does look better. Two right hands, exactly, yeah. I think I know what's making it look weird, though. Maybe. You know what? Do this way so I can see what I'm doing here. I think that looks a little better, right? Where it's reaching out more, and then same with this claw here. It's in the wrong direction. Yeah, add some detail in the palm. Yeah, maybe. But the fingers are right now, right? Like, that looks a lot better. The fingers are more correct, at least. Like the lines inside of it. Yeah. Taking off my gloves so I can see my own hand. Sometimes the best reference is you. Problem with doing lines is sometimes you need to make sure that you're not overdoing it, because then too much detail looks weird, especially if you're not fully committing. I don't know. I'm trying to like flip this in my brain as part of the problem. Looks okay. Isn't there only like 3 lines? Or hands different? Yeah, so I've got, do some palm readings. I've got one like here. There's one like here, and then there's 2 lines going down here. It's not clearly on full camera. So I got one line here going across like this. There's a second line here. And then I have 2 lines kind of going here. Isn't that's kind of cool. I think this is maybe good enough, this hand here. Maybe. Maybe this thumb needs to kind of come in a little bit. Can I even alter it in a way I'd want? Oh. Looks like hands all right. Okay, cool. Now we just need to delete the other one, duplicate this guy. It looks enough like hands to work. That's all we really need. Stop it. That's all we really need. I guess we delete this and we delete this and then we redraw it. Do you like this kind of like blue whatever over it though? Looks kind of cool. All right, let me throw on my other glove again. Prevent the arthritis. Ugh. Too bad my body is dying. This happens when you're old. Just kidding. I'm not really that old. It definitely still doesn't look perfect, but you know, what can you do? Yeah, it's fine. It's like one of those cards that maybe I'll eventually go back to if I get better at art. If and when. More like when. There's no doubt that I have been improving. No doubt in my mind. There's physical evidence of your improvement, and it's literally Army Scouts entropy. Yeah, 100%. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, I've definitely done a lot of growing over the past, whatever, year. Let's do... I don't know, let's do this and see how it looks. Let me take this. I think I might just like it kind of, I think I liked better without. That isn't bad though. I think I like it without it. Yeah. I think that might be it. I think that just might be done. I kind of like it being simplistic. Maybe the hands, like all this, could be like a little bit closer together, but nah. I guess it looks nice, but I still don't know what card it is. Oh, this is the honestly, maybe it should be multiple crystals, but this is... Yeah, this is a curse from this is the one that you in fact, it probably should be like 3 crystals. It's the choose 2 from one of 3 cards. Choose 2. Fuck. You get 3 cards, you discard 1 and choose, or the other 2 are played. So maybe it should be like 3 crystals, but just pretend and just do this for a second. I would make each crystal unique, I think, if I were to do it, but I almost just feel like one looks better, you know? Even if it is like... I guess the one other question is, okay, is it pure black on? I guess it is. So this really should be black rather than, which looks a lot different. A lot more different. What the heck? What layer is that? weird. We'll make it look better. We got a name for the card. Dark Ultimatum was the one that we talked about, but that was the current name. What about Dreadful Volition or Dreadful Choice? Interesting. Let me think about that. Should have a short film called Volition. The name wasn't very apt, but it's okay. Like, app is, or volition's a cool word. Why don't we use that? I think dreadful is the word that I'm like unsure of. It just doesn't sound cool enough. I don't know. Yeah, it's just me. I don't know. Dreadful or Dark Ultimatum is fine. Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of unsure. Kind of like 6 in one, half dozen in another. Good enough. I'm not in love with it, but it's fine. I think I'm just gonna stick with Dark Ultimatum for now. Maybe call it something different, but for now, it's a good enough name. Maybe we'll change it. I'm trying to like make the art look more okay without what layer is it? This one? Yeah. Without the card back there. It's not perfect, but it's good enough. I already don't, not super in love with it, so I'm just gonna call it good. It might look better when it's all... Why though? They're never not gonna have backs. I don't know. I mean, I was just thinking from like a marketing perspective. Like I could, these ones are less important, but like I could do like, I don't know if anyone cares about the art enough, but I could just do like just the art assets as they're on their own, like so people could have it, like backgrounds or something, like phone backgrounds or something. I thought could maybe be interesting. Although I also probably want to be careful about sending like the full arts out, because if I just have all of them for people to like have behind like a Patreon wall or something, then you know, it could get plagiarized pretty easily. But I don't know, hard to say. I mean, if they're sold for commercial use, it'd be interested. Still too poor, but still, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think it'd be cool for like, you know, something, but I'm not entirely certain. I mean, commercial use, like to use for other products, I guess. Because really it would just be used for like, yeah, just, I don't know, like a phone background. You can have the like the giant turtle as your phone background or whatever, because it's the right format for it. Make my own. Yeah. No, I don't. Well, I wouldn't do that specifically. I don't think I'd use. I could maybe make a pack, like an asset pack. I would maybe do that. I do have like all my icons and stuff as like behind my Patreon wall, but yeah. And the credits say art is licensed to Beatles Productions. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, maybe I would do that. I could. It wouldn't be Armies Against Entropy art specifically, but I would potentially make like an art asset pack that people could buy. I think that could be cool. But I don't know. Spells. Save. Close. Minimize. Go here. Go here. Go here. Go here. Go here. Go here. I mean, I'd be interested in an asset pack you make too, especially if it's similar to some of the cards I like the art of. Or like Turnip King, I'd pay for Turnip King. You can have the Turnip King if you really want a cop. Well, he's literally. Oh wait, no, it's a sticker and whatever on Discord. If you want a copy of the Turnip King, I'll give it to you. But that would be, I thought it'd be really cute to do like, you already said he's too late. So I'm like, no, it's fair. I was gonna say, I thought he was already in the Discord, but I think it's a sticker. I thought it'd be cool to do like a little vegetable, like a bunch of vegetable people, like the Turnip King. Or like tubers in general, I guess, maybe. Like a little potato guy, a little radish guy, a little... I thought that might be funny just to do, but... That's wild, but that's... Move link. Oh, this should say PNG, that's weird. There we go. A game of... Oh my god, I have the best idea. A game... Tubers versus legumes. Yeah, that would be pretty cute. Maybe that's the next Game Jam game. Dude, I wish I had more people following, because I really want to do... I would love to do a... like a Game Jam. I think that would be a lot of fun. I think that's like my biggest goal for if we get enough people, like followers. I think that would be really cool. Have a board game Game Jam. That'd be insanely cool. Yeah, I agree. I concur. All right, let's look at these cards and make sure they look good. And then it's about time for me to eat and leave. I don't know at like what point I could do a Game Jam, like how many followers I need. I keep clicking on the wrong things. But yeah. Or Game Jam without any borders, like you can make a game played with sticks in your hands, or play with your hands or sticks and stones. Yeah, I mean, I think I would probably let that happen. Like, I could even do like a Game Jam where it's like you could make a video game, or you can make a... Yeah, like anything. I mean, obviously there would need to be like some requirements, right? Like it would need to be able to be played by people. Right? Husk, why you no load? I don't know. This is growing on me a little bit, but it's still not perfect. The thumbs are a little weird, I think. They stick back too far, but it looks good enough. And Husk, I'm assuming I know the problem. There's a space here. Yep. I don't know why it pastes with a space in there, but they should also have maybe, oh, I don't know. We're crying. The game has to be playable by Homo sapiens, and the game has to be playable without risking one or more limbs. True. I just need to give this a minute to load. Ah! You didn't see that. Hit the wrong button. Okay. Why you no work? It's like the 12th time I haven't seen that. Honestly, it's a miracle. It'll be a miracle if I don't somehow, like, if I end up being a bigger streamer, that I just don't leak everything that that I have. Why is this not working? It's probably just taking its time. I just want it to be done. Delayed gratification, I think, as you said last time, or someone said it last time. No, it's a land, wasteland. Copy. Yeah, that's it. It's arguably not that bad. I mean, technically, I think it means you could... Let me see here. What's the worst that could happen? If I have this... I mean, technically, you could put it into Dexterous and get everything I have, you know? It'd be very easy to plagiarize my game. English to web. Sure. Okay. Copy. I'm just trying to see what... I mean, it just shows you my spreadsheets, basically, is really what it is, but... Every time you said not working, Gur, I saw it say overwriting something with CSV, the loading bar filling it up. I think that doesn't show the full thing. That's fine. Right? I think. Let's see. But showing the entire link when I hit import, if I hit this button here, link component to CSV, that gives you access. If you see this URL, it gives you access to my full entire thing. Worst thing that can happen is I copyright your game in Australia after I do it in Russia. Yeah. There we go. There's the husk. Husk, Dark Ultimatum. Ultimatum. Words. Real top 3 cards of the Old God deck. That could just be... That could be simplified. OGD is the code. Players choose one. One should be a number to discard. Play the remaining 2 cards. Cool. Husk actually turned out great. Yeah, I know, right? I told you. It was a weird process. I did it, and honestly, I did it much more like painting than I did more like drawing is the thing. So that kind of felt like a really like backwards process, but it ended up, I think, turning out pretty cool. It probably, like, the way I would have done it if I tried to do it like my normal process is just draw over the whole thing and then just, you know, call it good. Just like redo it essentially, but you know, this worked out. It was maybe a little tedious, but it really arguably took about the same amount of time it would have to just start from scratch. So yeah, at least I'm happy about that one. All right, well, that's good enough. I don't know, they're cards. I still love the Abyssal Overseer. I'm really happy with that one. That might be one of my favorite cards. It's definitely different, but I like it. I like it a lot. Anyway, I'm gonna leave and get food. I'm trying to decide. Overseer looks great. Yeah. He's turned out pretty good, you know? what am I gonna say? Wednesday. Yeah, it's cool. I haven't seen that one completed. Yeah, it looks pretty cool, right? I'm pretty happy with Shard Brute. I'm like, meh, whatever. It's fine. It's no worse than like Chaos Worm or whatever, but I'm not like super happy with it. Abyssal Overseer, very happy with. Void Hollow is kind of like, it's cool, doesn't really matter. It's like whatever. Husk I'm pretty dang happy with. This one, I like the look of it, but the hands are just kind of like, you know, it's not perfect, but I don't know. All the beta cards are kind of hit or miss, but it's okay. Yeah, happy with Abyssal Overseer. Although these will be in the main game, so pretty much all of these. And then we have to choose from the player cards which ones go in there, which will be most of them. I think there's like one card that won't go in, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's one of the structures. I think Church probably won't, and then the other two will. But yeah, Wednesday I'll be back. I don't know what I'm gonna be doing. Probably more of the same. I do have to get this devlog done for the video, and I also have like some other like obligations for it, and I don't know when they're going to be happening. Like I have to play the game and I have to do a few other things, so that'll probably take priority over this stream if for some reason that's happening at the same time. But I'll let y'all know if I for some reason gonna miss stream, but otherwise I will see you Wednesday, and yeah, I think that's it. Appreciate you guys coming to hang out as always. Maximus, thank you for finding me a reference that I sort of kind of used. And yeah, appreciate y'all being here. I will see you all. I guess I can be me for a second. Oh, actually, wait. Do I raid someone? Do we raid someone on Twitch? No problem. See ya. Yeah, I was gonna say, do we raid someone? I could try. I could do a raid. Cool. Let's see. Let's try not to like take forever like I normally do. I'm about to head off too. Yeah, no worries. I appreciate it. Do I know this person? Play Rogue Blight demo. Interesting. The art looks kind of cool. Fuck it. We're just gonna send it right away. We're not gonna just wait around. We're just gonna pick a guy. This guy's got some sort of side-scrolling, chaosy, demon-y looking knight game. So we're just gonna do that. I'm here now. Cool. We're just gonna raid this guy, because I don't feel like spending too much time, and the game art looks pretty dope, so let's do that. All right, I need to stop my music so I can hear things. I need to do like a better way of figuring this out, but anyway. All right, starting the raid. No, we'll leave the music on for 2 seconds. 2 whole seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, y'all. See you over there. Thanks for stopping by.